What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. In this one, I am talking about seal coating, but also I'm talking about the important reasons why you should follow up with people. Let me explain. A couple months ago, I made a post on Facebook about how when people call me to their properties to give them a quote, a lot of times you don't hear back from people because they probably found someone to do it for a cheaper price or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times after these people call you, they ghost you. You don't hear anything back from them, and essentially you've wasted time, effort, money, resources, so on and so forth to give people a quote. Well, when people call me out to go do quotes for their property, if they don't respond when I follow up, I continue to follow up until they tell me that they have pursued other options. And when I made that post on Facebook about how I continuously follow up, not because I'm desperate for their money, but because if they're going to call me out and I'm going to waste my time to give them a quote and they're going to just pick somebody else, they should at least give me the common courtesy of telling me that they went with another option. I put that post on Facebook where I was talking to people, and everybody began to respond in the comment section saying, "You're wasting your time, don't follow up, just move on, forget about it, not a big deal." And I thought, okay, whatever. That's when one of the customers that I continuously followed up with finally got back to me. That's the job that you're looking at here today. And since I consistently followed up with this customer, we landed an $8,000 seal coating job. We're not done yet. We still have some edging to do, but we're going to come back on Thursday. But needless to say, the reason why I was able to get this job is because I consistently followed up with the lead. Now, I don't do it in such a way to where I'm getting on their nerves, but about every 2 to 3 weeks, I'll follow up with people if they're in my pipeline and I haven't heard back from them. You never know. They could be waiting for their budgets to come through, whatever the case may be. Always make sure you consistently follow up until they tell you no, or that they went with somebody else, or give you an answer. At least that's what I do. I don't let these people just call me out to properties, waste my time driving around all day to send them a quote, and then them ghost me. I'll email them, I'll go up there, I'll call them, because I want them to tell me that they went with somebody else. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip you around, show you the seal coating job, and talk to you about how we got it. All right, guys, so here is the seal coating job that we just did today. Not too big of a property. We're not done yet, but we ran out of sealer. I've still got to do some edging around the parking blocks, but I did enough to where we can come and stripe it on Monday. Of course, Monday is a holiday. Everywhere else is going to be closed, so we did just enough of it right by the parking blocks. You see that? We just have to touch up little areas around the parking blocks. But we did just enough of it to where we can come back and stripe this property. Now, how I got this job. I got this job from the stuff that I teach in the How to Stripe course, where you bypass the gatekeepers and then get in direct contact with the decision makers. We teach all of that stuff in the How to Stripe course. This franchise owner at the place that I'm at right now has 37 Little Caesars properties. So what I did is I implemented what we teach in the How to Stripe course, bypassed the gatekeeper, got in direct contact with the decision maker, and then instead of trying to sell them on a job, all I did was offer to do one of their Little Caesars locations for free, which it wasn't a big Little Caesars. There was like 8 lines, an access aisle, and a handicap symbol. It took less than 2 gallons of paint to get the job done. Then guess what? Since I did that job for free, he gave me all his properties and then told me to seal coat and stripe his office. So now we've landed a awesome customer with multiple properties that's going to keep us busy just off of contacting one person. And because ultimately what has to happen is if you're making cold contact outreach, you've got to bypass the gatekeeper and then go directly to the decision maker. Now, when I first started, we had to do that a lot, but ever since then, most of our calls have been coming in organically off of Google. And if you guys want to learn how to properly optimize a GMB profile listing for maximum results to help you rank #1 on Google, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description, where we not only teach you how to land jobs and get in contact with a decision maker, but we also teach you how to rank #1 so that after you get to that stage, when you start your business, you have to do a lot of cold contact outreach, but we can teach you guys how to start that process and then scale to where you get organic leads by being ranked #1, where people call you and you don't have to spend any of your time cold calling. So what had happened was he was waiting, I'm sure, for the budget to come through, and he had told me that we were going to get to it, and I kept following up. And sure enough, we got to it. Didn't take us that long. Came out here with my dad and my brother. Matt came out and helped us too. We knocked it out of the park. Crack fill, seal coat, and we're gonna stripe on Monday. Anyways, guys, and now we have a lifelong customer that's gonna keep us busy. So we're gonna try to get him locked in with something hopefully every year with all of his locations. And that's good, because instead of wasting time cold calling, driving, handing out business cards, so on and so forth, I like to try to land one customer with multiple properties that helps me budget for next quarter, if that makes sense. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.